What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Pastor Coco, the Subpar Summoner, here with a new series called Subpar Strategies, and we're going to start out with my boy Psycho Man. This will be a quick and dirty rundown of how to use Psycho Man, and I'll get a more in-depth video out as soon as I can. Got a lot going on and had much time to put the long form one together, but I wanted to throw this one together. There he is in his rank 4 glory right there, Psycho Man. We're going to jump over to Aunt May real fast because it's a little easier to show you everything. So Psycho Man is physical contact, control denial. He's a villain, size large. He is metal, so you have to watch out for that. But so basically Psycho Man has these concussions that are activated by whichever version of his control box he has, and they're increased against mutants and decreased against cosmics, of course, depending on how many buffs the cosmic champs have. It can't be reduced to 0, which is nice. It can still trigger against cosmics, just it's a little harder to pull off. So the control box has 3 phases: hate, fear, and doubt, or red, yellow, and blue if you want to keep it simple. So it starts in hate, and it rotates on the 4th light attack, or a strike into a block. It doesn't have to be a hit. You can hit into their block, which is important for the doubt phase. When he's a defender, it rotates whenever you fill a bar of power. That's important to know because his specials can be a little tricky to dex. And it changes his abilities based on which mode he's in. So in hate, they're going to throw heavies more often, and they're going to be more aggressive. So whenever they charge a heavy, that's going to trigger the concussion in that mode. In fear, they have basically a passive taunt, and when they throw a special, they'll receive that concussion. And then in doubt, it makes them turtle up. They don't throw specials as often, and hitting into their block, you're gonna trigger that. Or hitting into your block will do something we'll talk about in a second, but while they're blocking, they'll suffer a concussion passive. So when you hit a opponent recovering from a heavy in hate mode, you're going to gain power. When you punish a special in fear mode, that's when you gain power. And when they're in doubt, if you hit into their block, you gain power. The special one gives you the most power. The block one gives you the least, but they're also not going to be attacking you as much because they are going to be more passive in that mode. So, and then his natural abilities make it where they can't crit as easily in special attacks, so that's a nice defensive thing that he has. So we will go into the different modes. I'm actually going to jump back into the game now. And I'll show you the stuff in live game. Alright, so we're going to jump into Realm of Legends real fast. And we are going to throw in Psycho Man. And we will go over his special attacks and how they're affected by his control box. So we'll go against everybody's favorite punching bag Winter Soldier just to show off a basic rundown of how Psycho Man works. So in the long form video, we will take him into some other fights and in-game content. So we start in hate. I've got ouchies on because I was running arena. Not ideal for him, but so you can see he's being very aggressive. He's not throwing a heavy like I want him to. See, he got the concussion. We got the heal block, which I'll talk about here in a second. So he gets the concussion. If you punish the heavy, you get the power gain. So we're going to throw a special one so you can see what it does. So the special one in hate, you get a shock debuff that deals 3,400 and something base damage per second for 6 seconds, I think. And you can stack up to 6 shocks. And for each Fury buff that he has, he'll deal an additional shock, which the Fury buff comes from the special 2 in hate mode. So as you can see, I have Fury now. So I'll show you what that does here in a second. If I can stop getting punched in the face, that would be helpful. Figures that when I'm doing a video, I would not play very well. But as you can see, I got 2 shocks that time. And when you switch the control box, you'll refresh the duration of that fury. So you want to try to switch modes before your fury runs out. And then, so in fear, the special one inflicts a cowardice debuff, which is going to reduce special attack damage by 40%, and it lasts 12 seconds. You can see he got the concussion from the special attack, and if you punish, you get a big boost of power. Now the special 2, you're going to get a heal block, and this heal block is very nice. It lasts an insanely long time. It's a 20-second heal block. I'm losing and getting my butt kicked because I'm trying to talk and show you things, but you get a massive heal block. So in doubt, we'll go ahead and just die out because we were playing terribly. Subpar Summer is not just a gimmick, people. It's really who I am. So let me jump back in and we'll show you doubt, so you can see what the special 1 and special 2 do in the final mode. That heal block is 20 seconds. He got a minor numbers increase a little while back, so his heal block is 20 seconds now. So as you can see, he's being very defensive. He's blocking. So the special 1 is going to give you a power drain debuff on them, and that power drain does 30% of their power over 8 seconds. We're gonna continue to build up power so you can see the special 2. In doubt, both of his special attacks are passively unblockable. And the special 2 is a little difficult to dex. It's got 3 beams, and that in this doubt, the special 2 is going to give you a 12-second special lock. So they'll be unable to throw any specials for 12 seconds, and you can easily get back to a special 1, launch that special 1, and power drain them. And then again, they're going to turtle up in doubt, so they're going to be less likely to attack you or to throw specials, either one. So yeah, that's the basics of those, and then we'll talk about a few other nuances here in a second. I'm going to show you what the special 3 does. So the special 3 is going to power lock them and stun them for 3 seconds. And then their next special, as you can see, he got a concussion and a weakness. It reduces ability accuracy by 100%, and it reduces their attack rating by 50%. And so, if you have a champ that you're struggling with that has big specials, that's a way that you can weaken those. It only affects the next special after the special 3, but it's still very, very helpful, I think. And this fury stacks, so if you throw 2 special 2s in hate, then you're going to get a second fury. And then again, if you switch the control box to a different mode, it's going to refresh the duration of that fury. We're going to try to get back around to the special 1. So we've got 2 furies up, so we're going to get 3 shocks, and then if I can launch it again real fast, you can get up to 6 shocks. That is the max stacks for that particular thing. But there you go. So that is the basic rundown of how Psycho Man works. Again, I will do a more in-depth video in the future where we'll talk about some in-game content, some of the paths that you might use him for, and the most important thing, those concussions shut down abilities, and there is I'm working on a list of champions of what all abilities that shuts down. So look forward to that in the upcoming video, the long form video on Psycho Man. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this first subpar strategy on Psycho Man, my favorite champ in the game. And may all your pulls be subpar. Peace out, everybody.